Indy Reads is a not-for-profit organization that relies on volunteers to provide basic literacy tutoring to illiterate and semi-illiterate adults. They believe that everyone should have an opportunity to learn to read, and their goal is to make Indianapolis 100% literate.
How did the idea of Indy Reads come about?
Well, the bookstore, Indy Reads Books, is part of the Indy Reads organization. And so Indy Reads is a not-for-profit. We provide free tutoring to adults struggling with reading and writing. We serve all of Central Indiana. And the bookstore was opened up about 2 years ago to help support the work we do in promoting literacy. So all the proceeds from the bookstore help to support Indy Reads and the work that we do in providing that free tutoring. And we've got a great bookstore here, the only one in downtown Indianapolis. Lots of used books, inexpensive books for kids, as well as new books as well. It's all types of books. It's a general bookstore.
How is it your volunteers reach your students?
So we have right now over 600 active volunteers.
Wow.
And they are working with our students, whether it's one-on-one tutoring or programs we do through community centers or GED classes or through the jails. And some of them meet many times a week, some meet just every now and then. But we have some great volunteers working with our students.
Folks, some of our viewers maybe are struggling with reading or know someone that is. How would they get involved? And then the people that want to maybe help volunteer or donate, how do they get involved?
Sure. The best thing is probably just check out our website,
okay.
indyreads.org. We've also got lots of information here at the bookstore at Indy Reads Books. People can also call 275-4040 and find out about either signing up for an orientation to be a volunteer or get more information for if they're interested in being a student.
In addition to volunteering and donating, there's an actual, with the bookstore, a kind of a tangible way that folks can benefit and help out Indy Reads, as you said. And now you've actually taken a next step in having your first publication, Indy Writes.
We are so excited about this.
That is awesome. So how did that come about?
The book that we have, Indy Writes Books, which will be released on November 25th, features 29 authors who've all been in some way a part of the bookstore. They've read here, they've been supporters of the store, and all types of stuff. We've got poets and puzzles and nonfiction and fiction, memoirs, historical pieces, and all of the works in some way relate back to either literacy, books, bookstores, or reading. So it's a really fun book lovers anthology.
So now sitting here with one of the authors in the publication of Indy Writes, John David Anderson. These are actually a couple of his books, and it looks like that you kind of tailor toward the middle school age.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one in the collection that actually has that sort of middle grade feel.
Sure.
Which is fine, because as middle grade authors, not only do we write to the sort of 8 to 14, but also to our grandmothers and their mothers and fathers and the librarians, and we try to hit everybody.
Sure.
So I think the idea behind the book and getting all these different authors with all these different perspectives and all the different contributions and so many different genres, really there's going to be something in there that appeals to everybody, and I'm just glad I could represent, sort of the younger crowd.
Why were you wanting to be part of this publication?
Well, when Travis asked me if I wanted to be part of this, undertaking with all these great authors, it had sort of two benefits to it. Number one, the idea that I could be just a part of a greater artistic experience, right?
Sure.
But at the same time that we could be part of this this movement towards increasing adult literacy in Indiana.
That's fantastic. And again, it comes out November 25th, so perfect for getting for your families for Christmas gifts and so forth. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Indy Writes Books is an anthology of some of the wonderful and generous authors who have been a big part of the first 2 years of Indy Reads Books. Indy Reads is taking pre-orders for the book, and it will be released November 25th.